what do you want people to take away from Arms and the Man as you guzzle the last of your beer?
Nothing has changed since when George Bernard Shaw wrote Arms and the Man. And I don't mean that in terms of Serbia and Bulgaria. I think he had no idea that World War I was going to happen, but he was so smart and ahead of his time, maybe he did. I think Shaw said it in the time that he did so that it wouldn't be threatening to people because they would laugh about it. If he had set this play in, France, or, if he had set this play in Ireland where he was from, where there was some real stuff going on there that no one would have thought was funny, this wouldn't have gone over as a light comedy. But he kind of set this in an obscure place that was easy to make fun of.
Captain Blunchley?
Huh?
You have deceived me. You are my rival.
Like with Borat, what Borat he does with Kazakhstan.
But it all is like Eastern Europe, which for a while we tried to call New Europe. We tried to rebrand and call it New Europe. I don't know why.
Was it like New Coke? It didn't work?
Yeah, it actually didn't. It was just like New Coke. People were like, this whole Eastern Europe thing, it's stigmatizing. People think of like horrible things going on, but the West still does that though. I mean, if you look at a movie like Hostel, where is it set? Eastern Europe. Taken, where is it set? Eastern Europe.
Oh my God, you're right.
I have traveled all over Eastern Europe. People don't get kidnapped. They're not vampires.
Chocolate cream soldier.
What does that mean?
It means that
Oh, no, I remember the ice pudding poultry.
You said some words to me last night. I want to talk about it a little bit about my interpretation in terms of like casting, and there's no British dialects or things like that. What is your feeling about that?
I think that your interpretation of it and the work that we did is actually the most authentic. I've never really heard this story told in such an authentic manner, because it's a play that is written in English and was performed with British actors, but none of these characters are British. These characters are...
Which is what I always have a problem with. I'm like, what? I don't understand when all of a sudden everyone's using British dialects and they're not in Britain at all. And it doesn't make any sense to me.
They're not British. These characters are... Bulgaria is not even a nation. So for the Petkovs to be the richest family in Bulgaria...
For 20 years. For 20 years, as they say.
They're saying we're the richest family in Bulgaria. Everybody knows us is a little bit like saying we're the richest, most important family in Turlock, California. Everybody knows us.
Excuse my shirt sleeves, gentlemen. Raina, somebody has been wearing that coat of mine. I'll swear it.
The idea that Arms and the Man should be done as kind of Downton Abbey is wrong, because it's not Downton Abbey. It's a house in Bulgaria where the mistress of the house, the Lady Grantham of the house, has her laundry hung from the balcony because that's what you do. So to everyone to kind of do it in their own voice, not only does it make it more accessible, and you're not just listening to a British accent, this is not about the British nobility.
Did he really climb up after the soldiers were gone? Or was he there when that officer searched the room?
No. Yes, I think he might have been there. I don't know.
You think?
Kimberly Hubert, did I say her last name right?
Yes, you did. Kimberly Hubert, yes.
Who plays Catherine, not only was she, she's so talented and so incredibly funny and was able to activate the language so much, but I thought, oh, I'm hearing Shaw's language for the very first time. No one's throwing lines away because they're playing in a comedy of manners. Everything she's saying about, there are Serbs in this neighborhood that if they get in here, they will kill you. Or worse, they're roaming around here.
Stop! He'll have to go that way. Tell Nicola to bring his bag here after him. Don't forget.
His bag?
Yes!
This is a play about real people that all have immediate needs. And those needs, most of them are either really financially really immediate, or
generational,
exactly. Really immediate.
Yeah. I think that it's all of our jobs to actually just examine the play and the characters and story for what it is, and not put on, and I'll just say it because it may sound, who knows, we may get this edited out, but not put on this white supremacist ideology on top of it. You know what I mean? Let's just say it. It's like, no, I said, which is why the cast looks the way it does. And I cast people based on their merit and what they actually do and what they can bring to it, which I think it actually makes it more accessible and human and modern. And it feels vibrant and alive instead of feeling like, oh, we're gonna dust this off and put something on it that we believe is the status quo and what we believe matters.